Shout out to Packer Girl who alerted everyone that Best Buy has an insane Switch 2 bundle right now. Uh, and this is a real thing. And this is my concern going into the Switch 2 launch with the hype levels. I wonder if everything will sell out if they start doing this kind of stuff with it. Because yikes, bro. So going to the Best Buy website, got the Switch 2, got the Nintendo Direct, they got the whole page shopping set up. Go down, you got the okay, there's a Switch 2 system, 450, just the basic vanilla. Okay, great. Switch 2 with Mario Kart World bundle that everyone knows about, the 500, which everyone's assuming that one's going to sell out well, they're both going to sell out immediately, but the Mario Kart World bundle is going to be the harder one to get. So what Nintendo is doing is saying, "Oh, you want to Switch 2, don't you? You can those will sell out, but you can buy the bundles that just come with the game itself," which I mean, to be fair, I would probably buy the package bundle of the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bananza at full price because one, Donkey Kong Bananza is a launch game that I would want to play. And it's not 80, it's 70. I know still 10 over, but it's a launch game. I'm okay with paying the premium of that to be first to it and check it out and see if it's worth all the craziness or not. That would be one where I'd be like, okay, I could understand that bundle. But then we get to this one, which this is just insane to me. Package Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart World Bundle, multi, plus 3 more items. Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. These are the Nintendo Switch 2 editions. And then the DK Bonanza game, which is actually the new game. They're making you pay full price for these Switch 2 edition games that are already a premium price at $70 and $80. I didn't even notice that. Dude, Tears of the Kingdom is $80. What are they smoking? What are they smoking? This game's been out for what? 3 years? $80? Like, I thought they were both 70, and I was like, that's ridiculous on their own right. But 80, that is just pure greed. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's insanity, Nintendo. So, 70 for Breath of the Wild and 80 for Tears of the Kingdom. This is forcing you to pay full price for games that are combined, what, over 10 years old when you combine how old they are? And yeah, exactly. Volk285 says emulators are free. Facts. And oh, by the way, this is the real kick in the nuts. You pay 80 plus 70 plus tax for these two games. You're talking in California, that's about $170 out the door. For games that you can get right now on the Switch used for $50 or less. In fact, I'd argue you can probably find them on sale for $40 or less if you go to OfferUp or even go to game conventions or anything. You can get these games so much cheaper. So the fact that they are bundling in a combined 10 years old worth of games, and you know this is the one that's going to be the only one available, and this will sell out too. Exactly, Guttins. People will buy it. This will sell out too. But that's the craziest thing is I'm kind of frustrated that Nintendo doesn't like not allow stores to do this kind of stuff. Where stores are just like, yeah, you have to bundle all these things together, even though that's not how this works. I never understood that. The whole store bundling thing. I was never on board with that. I actually, yeah, you're saying drop the price. I'm telling you guys, I talked to my son when we were out to restaurant today. I actually, hold on. I think I have it up on X. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Hold on. Yeah, here. Check this. This is my son at dinner tonight. This is me asking him, and I tagged Doug Bowser. Said, "Yo, Doug Bowser, I asked my son, and he thinks you guys need to lower the prices." Here's my son when I asked him. Ready?
$80 plus tax.
Look at his eyes. I started recording after I said, "Hey, did you hear how much the Nintendo Switch 2 games are going to cost?" He goes, "No, how much?" And I said, $80. And he turns to me, he's like, "What?" This is my son. My son is in tune enough to know this. Even he's saying that's insane. And he's 11.
That's almost $100.
God, that is so expensive.
Do you think Nintendo should lower the price?
Yes.
Like, how much should they lower the price?
Like, 70 or like 65.
So he says
So
they should lower the price to 70 or 65. And I'm like, that's actually a fantastic idea. Like if Nintendo Switch 2 premium edition games or Nintendo Switch 2 editions were $65 or $64.99, I'd be like, all right. I'm not a big fan of raising the price, but it's a new generation. It's going up $5. I think I can understand that. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think there'd be as much backlash. Exactly, Deku Leader. 65 is still high, but I think people would be far more accepting of it, where they'd be like, I guess Nintendo's being greedy, but at the same time, maybe it really is their finances they need to balance off, and the $5 might make that work. $20 is egregious. It's absolutely egregious.
$5 more than what it used to be. It used to be 60. Make it 65.
But then he goes on. He's like, "Well, why'd I stop there?"
I think that would be fair. Like a $65 game.
No, more like a $15 or $20 game.
And I'm like, okay, I like where his head's at. He wants them to be $15 or $20. I was like, okay, we could go that low too, but
No.
Well, that's really cheap.
They also should go with the console so more people buy it so they get more games.
he said more people would buy it. They'd make more money and they could make more games. Solid logic. Solid logic.
That's true. That's true.
Seta Fox says Smash Jr. is smarter than Bowser.
Lower the price of console, but still keep it in more than how much it takes to make the console. Then you start selling it. Then with that, you have games for people to buy.
I like your original idea though of $65, so $5 more for the next gen.
Yeah, that's also good.
I would pay that.
He said, yeah, I guess my original idea was also good. So yeah, that was my son. When I did not rehearse any of that with him. I like straight up. I was like, oh, I want to record just what a kid thinks about the price of the game. I didn't think his reaction was going to be this. Tell the price of the game. Listen to me ask him. Look at his eyes.
$80 plus.
That's amazing. Oh man, Nintendo is so screwed. If this is what kids think about the price of the games moving forward, how are they going to be successful? No one, none. No one is gonna be able to afford it. It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, that I guess ultimately just going back to the Best Buy thing, the bundle price for Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Donkey Kong Bananza, and the Switch with Mario Kart World out the door, $720 plus tax. So you're already getting into the $800 area without even a second controller and 10-year-old plus games combined. I don't know if that's a great buying proposition, but at the same time, if they sell out, it sure beats scalper prices. And I think that's what they're banking on. I'm very curious to see how the Switch 2 launch goes because, like I said, and you guys know this, like I do plan on trying to get one. But unlike the original Switch or even the Wii U, if I don't get it, I'm not going to be like, oh man. I mean, like, I'll just wait. Like, there's literally no huge screaming, oh, I have to overspend to get this. There really isn't. The original Switch was like, you have to get that because it's finally new technology. It does something different. There's a buying proposition to it, and there's a new Mario game. Everything was lining up for it. This one's like, yeah, you get Mario Kart World, which is, I don't know, a new Mario Kart game that looks exactly like the other Mario Kart games. I'm sure it's got cooler stuff you can do in it. I'm sure, but I don't know. There's nothing really like wowing me yet, besides maybe Metroid Prime 4. But I mean, did they even announce when Metroid Prime 4 is coming out? Let me check. Metroid Prime 4 release date. Nope, it just says 2025. No release date for that yet, which is wild to me. I feel like that should be a dual launch for the Switch 2 and Switch. Wouldn't it be a kick in the balls if Nintendo launched it on the Switch 2 first for like a 1 month advance period and then put it on the original Switch after that? That'd be a terrible idea. I hope they don't do that, but wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, Death Star said he'll be getting Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 1. I mean, I'll be getting it on Switch 2 unless I don't have a Switch 2. Then I'll be buying it on Switch 1. And if that's the case, then I'm definitely not going to be in a rush to get a Switch 2 because I'm like, well, that's really the only thing I want a Switch 2 for. And it's coming on a Switch 1. It's like, well, why do I care about a Switch 2 then? For more details on the graphics, faster loading? I don't even, who cares? Terrible performance, I bet, to Cyborg? I don't know. I'm sure it'd be passable. Volk 2 says, don't give them ideas. I know. I should probably stop.